Well, hello everyone. We're back. We're back, and I'm going to go live with this one. I think I'm going to go live with this one. Only because I just did a video on how to make an iceberg that looked like a 5-year-old made it, but I'm going to put that up anyway. But as you can probably see on the screen, I've been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth on this diorama. So I kind of chickened out. In the way. I just modified the figures a little bit. I did nothing to the spawn. Let me get a little closer. I did nothing to the spawn besides put chains on them and a head sculpt and these cheap ass guns that I found at Five Below in a cheap military army pack, believe it or not. Real cheap, $5 at Five Below, man. I went everywhere to try to find some guns for this diorama, man. I mean, I went to Target, I went to Dollar General, I went to Dollar Tree, I went everywhere. Because reason why I went everywhere is because when I first tried to find some guns, I said, I'll just order me some 1.10 or 12 scale guns off of Big Bad Toy Store or Amazon. Those action pack guns are pretty badass. So I looked it up and I said, wow, man, I'm gonna get me some of those and pick out, maybe get a grenade launcher or something else or something like this, and then come to find out they were all sold out. So I went out yesterday on Black Friday and wasted my time to try to find some damn guns, man. So I came up with these cheap ass guns, like I said right there, as you can see. That's a cheap looking, I mean, it's the best I can get within a day. It's all I could do. It's the best I could do. And if you follow the channel at all, or if you've seen any of the videos that I've been putting up, that I didn't know, I had all these big plans to paint Spawn, you know. I paint Spawn, so I did neither of it. I didn't do anything. I just left it alone. So there it is. I put some chains on them. I put some wire inside the chain. I got some video of the how-tos, how I put this thing together. And as you can see back here, you can see hell just a little bit. I didn't want it really noticeable. I weathered the tombstone, just put hell on it. It's the figure of the imagination to leave who's going to win this fight. And I was planning on repainting some of the Predator, but I didn't. I did repaint his staff, though. I did repaint the staff. I'll get to the paints in a minute. But I did repaint that staff. What you don't want to ever do is put his hand out of the box, because they're kind of stiff, at least mine was. His hand out of the box and put it over a heat gun, because he started melting. So don't ever do that. If you're going to do any of these, don't do that. So I have over here, let's turn this around a little bit. I started some bricks. I darkened the bricks up a little bit. And I was back and forth for weeks on this, man. I'm talking weeks, man. I knew what I was going to do by cutting Predator's arm off. We'll get to that in a minute. And the chains, I knew that. But I just left the Spawn the way it was. I did the head swap. I did the hush head sculpt. What I did here is I started from the bottom. This is just pink foam. Just pink foam. And I keep crying about it. I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to start looking at 3D printers. I mean, I kind of like putting this stuff together. There's a couple of things I wanted to do with this diorama, and here's loose for a reason. I'll tell you in a minute. And I'll probably show you here. I don't know if I'll probably do another video on that. But there's a let me see here. There's a light in here. You can't see it, but see, there's a light. That was the whole plan of the hole, the actual grave. Initially, I was going to use Batman. I didn't use Batman. I was back and forth. Then I was going to use Wolverine. Back and forth. Let me get a little closer for you. This is going to be real quick, like, you know, summarize up where I've got to, or how I got here. I got some of this. Let's start with the blood, man. That was fun. Anyway, let me turn it around here. And tell you the truth, this glow-in-the-dark shit don't really work too good. Let me just see here. Let me turn this around here for a second. Let me get right here. See that? You can see the light in there. See? It's a hockey puck light. At night it looks pretty cool with red and everything, but it's too bright and I got lights on this thing like crazy. The arm was cut off, so I put hot glue, and I just hot glued it and let it run itself down. Just let it run down, and I blew on it to dry it quickly, so this is just hot glue. And hot glue's over here too as well on the Predator. And let me put this down for a second. And I apologize for my autofocus on my piece of junk camera if you don't already know. I said it 1,000 times. I put some more glow-in-the-dark blood on them. All I did is mix a couple colors. I don't know if you can see it there. I put down his boot, put down here, down there. But I wanted his arm cut off. So all I did, put hot glue on here, let it run down. Actually, this could be straighter. I don't know why. It was straight. It just goes back. I don't know what the hell's going on. I could always heat that up, but I'm not. Man, I've been back and forth with this thing forever, man. It's not so much a customized figure. These are just store-bought. Only thing customized is actually let me see here. I got some blood down there on the rock. Glow-in-the-dark blood. I got some rocks and shit on the ground for the grave site. These are all glued down. I was going to go crazy with kind of highlighting all these rocks and shit, but I decided not to. I just left it dark because at nighttime, I think it looks pretty cool with the light being. It looks different. It looks better with the light. The light does everything. The light does everything. At nighttime, I'll film some shit at nighttime when it gets darker outside. I'll show you, and I got to replace these guns, but I think. If I can get in there or not, I don't know. This Hush head sculpt works great. I don't know why. I just love it. I love it. I think Spawn would look like that in the comics. I think, his face is all banged up anyway. But there it is, man. That's all. I'm not going to be here long. I just wanted to show you guys, or if anybody gives a shit. But we'll go over the paints in a minute. All the paints I used on this. I did This is a clothes hanger. I ran it up through his back, and I put his chains around. Just the simple chains. I put wire in the chain. Chains are, hanging, coming from the inside down at the bottom. I got a piece of foam down there that I just stuck them into like you would if you're doing flowers and shit at a fucking flower shop. Same thing. I ran this all the way down. I have another down here at the bottom. I have another piece of foam down here, and I Gorilla Glued. And man, Gorilla Glue's on my fingers and shit. It doesn't come off. Gorilla Glued all this shit down here. He's pretty solid. It's not going nowhere. Let's get this side of it. There's some blood there. I got on the rock, dripping down a little bit. It's. I'm kind of disappointed in one way that I didn't make it a complete custom. In a way. But at the same time, man, I'm back and forth, and I appreciate everybody that watched and gave me some ideas and was into the thought process, and I appreciate it. But here's a view. That's a pretty cool view right there, or right here when he's cutting his damn hand off. But anyway, I need some better guns, man. I got them pre-ordered. I don't know when they're coming in, but I will switch it up. I could always switch out Spawn's head to the real Spawn, and I feel kind of feel like I cheated myself because I wanted to do a full repaint on the Spawn, not so much the Predator, because the Predator is just stock. It's straight out of the store. It looks badass. I just added more blood to his body with the glow-in-the-dark paint. But anyway, let's go down here. Let's go down to the bricks. The bricks, all it is was a dark, cheap ass apple barrel. This was like $2. It lasts forever. Then I went over top with some little bit of a dark. And I used I didn't use a sponge yet. I went over top with the sponge, with this elephant. Elephant gray is great. It's my favorite dark for come stone. Then I went over top it again with some granite gray. That didn't work out too well. But what I did was I mixed some of this granite gray with some of this black, and it came out with this color. It's just a darker gray. Anybody could do it. I'm just saying. I was going with the process, man. I was going with it. I didn't know where I was going with it. These were a lot lighter. I darkened them up as well. That's what I did with the base. Real simple. And I'm leaving this open because I'm gonna put some more hockey pucks down in here and make it brighter when it comes up here. All I use is pastel for the weathering, right here. I was gonna connect this permanently, but I decided to leave it loose so if I can get easy access to inside there to put whatever kind of light I want in there. I didn't really do a whole lot of highlights on this. I kind of like the old dingy look, but at the same time, I tell you, man, if you're gonna start any of this shit, go with the pastel. Get you some chalk pastel. It looks so much more natural, I think, in my mind. I got some weathering down here, weathering here, weathering here, and this is spackle. This is just spackle. This is drywall spackle. I just layered on there with a putty knife like you would a wall, and then I came back, let it dry, and I picked it to pieces with a knife. I do have a how-to video to build these bricks. I did keep all that, and I do it have from beginning to end. I'll put that up if anybody's interested. And I got some cracks here, and I kind of pushed on it with my thumb, make the cracks in the wall. And this is all pastel. This is not paint. This is a very user-friendly, easy way of doing it. It's very forgiving, and I just love the pastel. I love using chalk pastel. Same thing here. All these little weather marks up there on top of the tombstone, and that's a lot of sponge. That's a lot of just sponge dabbing, sponge. And I put hell in there. If I would try to really carve that shit out. I mean, I'll make it look like a 5-year-old drew it on there. So I was trying to you can see it. It doesn't pick it up well on camera, but you can see it. The light makes it look better. I just put hell because I think it's up to your own. It's up to you to see who would win this fight. I don't know. I don't know. The Predator's a badass, man. That's two characters that you just don't know who would win. I don't know. It's up to your mind. You know, the Predator can get shit cut off of him. It doesn't matter because he can still come back and win. The Predator movies are great. Anyway, so the bases I use were the grays right here. The grays, the black. Use that. Trying to get back up here a little bit so I can see it. Let's get right to the blood because that was interesting. Of course, well, the top here, no, screw that. Let's go to the blood. Let's go backwards here. That's how I work. So I went to Walmart. They said they were $1 a piece. These here are fantastic. That's not the focus. Finally, my piece of junk. This is a good brand. Really thick though. If you're gonna run this through you can run this through a air gun. You're not running this so much through an air gun, man. You might as well just make it into water. You might as well forget about it. That apple barrel is for just priming your first coat. Really cheap. You can waste it. Doesn't matter. This stuff's about $2. Well, this was $2. Normally it's a right here. It's just a standard color, a matte. I go with all mattes, of course. I don't know. $1.97, $1.50, whatever. You know. These are $2 easy. But Walmart did say yesterday they were on sale for 97 cents. Of course, we get the cash register again. Another price. Wasn't the same price. Figures. Smooth operator. How you doing, brother? I'm doing good, brother. I'm doing good. I hope you're doing fine. Hope your family's fine. Much love to you and your family, brother. I appreciate for the long support, man. Just getting into the fucking figures, man. I'm getting into the customization bullshit, man. I got to get me a 3D printer, and I got to start getting deeper into this shit. I got to go deep. I got to get deeper, man. These rang up $2 a piece. Am I going to cry about it? No, because this is going to last forever. $2 a piece, $4. But when they say 97 cents on the goddamn Walmart, your app on your phone, or the price checker, because they took all the price checkers down, it's kind of aggravating. So all I did was went to a base coat over here. As you can see there, let me get up a little closer maybe. All I did was take a base coat, put it green on his arm and his body, green. Can't really tell here. It's got some yellow in there. So I looked up online the pictures of, I knew what the Predator's blood looked like. I knew that from watching the movies over and over again, but this is a good mix. Perfect. Absolutely perfect mix for the Predator. And it glows in the dark, but I tell you, man, it's not really that impressive when I seen it in the dark. So after that, mix that up, a few coats on that because that's only hot glue. It takes several coats to get it to a almost transparent, opaque look. So the top layer, what I did was after it was black, I went in with some of this. I sponged this on. First I sporadically with a big brush went all over the top, like so. I went all over the top, Let's get a different color. The red's not that good. I need a stronger red down there. Hell, you get it? Sponge this around a little bit. This isn't a bad paint. It's not as thick as Apple Barrel. It's not as thick as this, but it's not. It's about the same consistency. This, I don't know. This is American shit here. I don't know. I picked it up because of the color. I didn't care about the brand. Anyway, so I sponged that around, and then after I did that, I came up top, believe it or not, with this. I use this color a lot. I don't know why I use it a lot, but I do. Classic Caramel. I don't even like caramel in real life, to be honest with you. I don't even like it. But this here, that is that color dry. Only because it's darker, from the undercoat was darker, but it came out pretty good sand look, cemetery look. But outside of that, man, I think that's all I'm going to do. I don't know. I'll get some better pictures and film. I mean, I'm going to do this in the dark just to show you guys what it looked like in the dark. So just decided to go live here real quick. Appreciate it. Natural terrain. Oh, the little rocks and shit, that's wet dry. That shit soaks up hydraulic fluid or oil or whatever may be on the ground. Use that shit in garages, believe it or not. That is just wet dry. It's all that shit is. Just glued it down. I don't know. What took the longest time was deciding what to do and the chains. That was a pain in the ass. And another pain in the ass thing is I don't know where I'm going to put this goddamn thing. I got to move around shit. I don't know where to put it. It's too big. I thought I had it mapped out, but I don't know where I'm going to put it. Anyway, this is my Spawn versus Predator. I kind of chickened out. Chickened out on the Spawn. I did chicken out. I'm not going to lie. That was supposed to have been white, and he was supposed to have been Casper the Friendly Ghost, but not so much friendly. Chickened out, man. I did. I figured if I couldn't make up my mind, I couldn't make up who was going to kill or what was going to happen. I had Predator killing Batman. Actually, it's kind of funny. He's here, right here. Was going to kill him. I just did a video about this with something else. I appreciate you guys watching. I know it's been kind of a long video. I appreciate everybody that watches. I'm not trying to make them too long so you can look at it. I'm going to get some different shots of it. Anyway, Loga, my main man Loga, right there. From the sea and the mountains, brother. I love you. Much love. You and Smooth Operator have been around for a long goddamn time, and you've been loyal, and I appreciate it more than you can probably imagine. I appreciate that shit more than anything, man. I've been into the custom kick here, man. I don't know, man. I've been addicted to switching shit around. I got some shit. I don't know. I got some shit coming out. I don't know. I've been going deep with this fucking customization bullshit. You know, but much love to you, brother. I'm going to get out of here. I'm glad you're here. Actually, I look for you. I look, Loga, for real. Look for you every time in the comments, man. And I know you're there. You're always there. Smooth's always here. But Loga, I appreciate you, brother. Much love to you. Love you, man. Hope you're feeling well. Hope everything's great. I did chicken out on the Spawn, like I said earlier, Loga. I chickened out. I just went with the regular head sculpt. It's kind of bright here because it's bright in here. I can't really see. I got some better film. I got a light down there. Just put a puck in there. If you can't see it, there it is. Can't see it. It's too bright in here right now. It's daytime and I got lights everywhere. But Loga, much love to you, Smooth Operator, and whoever even stops by and watches my stupid build shit. I appreciate it. This is where I'm at right now. It's what I feel like doing. Who knows what's going to be? You know, this may be I don't know. I'm just saying. Instead of getting crazy, I appreciate anybody that watches my videos, and this is the diorama. I'll get some better shots of it. Loga, good day to you. I love all you guys. Thank you for watching. Whoever watched this shit, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.